Now, right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello everyone and welcome to our show, What's the Way with Bara. First, I have to say congratulations and Eid Mubarak for all the Muslims around the world. And I'm really happy because, today is Arafah's day, which is the people in Hajjaj are going to, now they stand it today. They were on Arafah's mountain, which is a huge honor to basically. So congratulations for the Muslims. And today we're going to talk about something related with that. We'll talk about Quran to complete what we started with last few episodes. So about this questions, a lot of questions they asked, how do we know that Quran is from God? One. Number two, about Arabic language. They said, okay, that's a challenge for the Arabs, but not for the non-Arabs. So they're not for the Western people, but for people from America, Europe. They don't speak Arabic, so this is not a challenge. To answer on those questions, we don't have a guest today, so it will be a small episode. We'll talk about something really important, which is Quran is not related with Arabic language only. It's related with science. We know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Quran to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when that's happened 1,400 years ago, even more. And the point here that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in that time, there was no technology. We all know the science wasn't like those days, like these days. And that's, in this case, a lot of things Quran talked about, and we didn't know that just to I'm talking about last 40, 20 years. And that's why in this episode I will give you real examples happen related with science, how Prophet Muhammad talked and said that more than 1,000 years ago. And to start with this, I want to go with you first to what's happened in the sky when, or just in the universe, out when you found the star died or the star disappeared. In the process, it will be the star will become a deep hole, a black hole, basically. Talking about this, recently the scientists, they know this information. Quran talked about this. I'm talking about chapter number number Surah Al-Takwir. Okay, chapter Takwir, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in ayah number 15, he said, فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِالْخُنَّسِ. He said, I do swear by the receding stars. Al-Jawari al-Kunnas. So, in that time, talk about there's no technology. Even the scientists, the mashayikh and the related, when they want to understand Quran, even the Arabs, they said, how is that possible? The star disappeared, and then also it's just it's moving, it's traveling. It doesn't make sense. But now they said first the star became, or just the star, the receding stars. The first time it disappeared. Next, travel and became because the star in this case will eat itself, and it became a deep hole, black hole, and the black hole will travel and hide and will sweep or hide or eat the stars close to him, everything close to to the black hole. So Allah said in the Quran, I'm talking about 1,000 years ago, He said, فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِالْخُنَّسِ, I do swear by the receding stars, الْجَوَارِ الْكُنَّسِ, which should travel and hide, or sweep or hide. Now, this is a very, very clear example about this. When I was also reading, we all know also like there's in the surah, there is the surah named Al-Hajj. The surah Al-Hajj, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said to the people, He said, "O people." Okay, so He said, "O people." Yep. A second. Okay, I got it. So what the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in this surah, He said to the people, "O humans, O humans, Ya ayyuhan nas, ضرب مثل." There's an example. فاستمعوا. So listen. He said, those things that you are worshipping instead of Allah, they will not be able to create even a fly. Even a fly. And that's always like we're to come together for that, even that those people, they come together with that. All of them, they can't. And if a fly were or took something, anything away from them, they cannot even take it back from the fly. And that's recently, as I said, there's a chemical issues. When the fly took something, immediately it changed. This thing will change to something else because the chemical issues. And when we talk about this, that's when Prophet Muhammad said this is a challenge. You know, like I'm talking about 1,400 years ago. He said this is a challenge. That fly will not be able to take anything ever. Not now, not even in the future. And nowadays, the science, he said it's possible, it's impossible. We can't take it back because the chemical issues directly from fly's mouth. And to be honest, like even to those days, okay, the science couldn't even create one cell from fly cell. Not even one cell. After all this technology, he couldn't create one cell from nothing. And this is a chance. It doesn't like we're continuing. We're just looking for that. We're waiting if the humanity will be able to do this. So when we look about this is a challenge, not just talking about Arabic language and all those stuff related with the Arabs. Maybe some people will say that. No, we're talking about something it's related with science. So, and who said that? A man who was in Al-Medina, he was in Saudi Arabia. He was a shepherd. He's not a scientist. He's not like take the knowledge from huge scientists. No. A man, all the history said, he just traveled once to Sham, to Syria. That's all. When he was a boy. That's all. And then he didn't get out from Mecca. So when we see this, how that's possible? It's impossible, actually. So that's why, that's the second thing that I saw. And it's, by the way, there's many books talking about those specific issues related with the Quran. Now, to talk about, before giving a third example, talking more about all this, what the science has said, I wish like if we can go a fast break, please.
Hello viewers, this is Baraa from Middle East. Welcome to our show with The Way with Baraa. bring here this platform Middle Eastern life culture, politics and the global village. I will be with you every Thursday, 1 p.m. live TV. Also podcasts, all iOS and Android devices, all smart TV Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and Apple TV. Globally, Horizon Satellite, and our website, MillenniumNewsTV24.com, MillenniumNews24.com, all social media platforms, Millennium News. I will see you there.
That's very good. Welcome back. And so, there's also a third example. Okay, when we said in other surah, there is a third surah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-An'am, when He said also like, wherever Allah wills to guide, He opens their heart to Islam. Like, okay, we know this. But wherever He wills to leave astray, He will make their chest tight. Okay? As if you were clamping up to the sky. So it means if someone want to go up to the sky, his chest, like he will not be able to breathe normally. Okay, and that's like because the oxygen will be like less and less and less. According to scientists, and we all know this, if you go to the mountains up, you're going to go to the sky, out of atmosphere and all those like levels up, the oxygen gradually will going to be less and less and less. And that's what science said. This has happened. Prophet talk about this, and he gave this as an example of someone who's not a Muslim, what will happen to him. He gave an example related with science. And that's what recently we know this. So those just an examples. And plus there is also a challenge, because that's why I'm talking, which is really important thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's why when I said Quran and the Holy Book is to all the universe, to all the humanity, ins, jinn. So in this case, if there's a non-Arabic nation, there's something also to challenge with. Okay, Arabic, they are not there's no I'm talking about, for example, right now, or in that time, they were really expert with Arabic language. So Allah said, okay, if you can give something close to Arabic, to Quran, even 10 surahs, that will be if you can do this, go ahead. If you said that this is not from God. And we're talking about here the same case. This is also I'm talking about a scientist and about science. And that's why a lot of Muslims and a lot of scientists who I know in person, they started and they became a Muslim because of those verses. Because they said, it doesn't make sense. This Quran is very old book. It's very old book. But now we can see all this, which is something really, really, it's impossible. But that we have there's one only result we can take. That this Quran is not from the human being. This book is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the holy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, this means the book, your Lord's path, perfectly straight. Talking more about this, we have Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who will talk about this related with that and how we can make this in our life. And believe me, it's not just a religious part. I'm giving you those answers. Some people they are asking. Some people they just said this book is not from God, and there's even the atheist. They said that. the atheists also, they said that this is not from God, and just the man who just said this from all his mind when he was like in Ghar Hira, and just he was alone and he was just thinking here and there, and then he just gradually did this. So I just said, like, how is that possible? Like, this is 23 years according to the history, more than 20 years, every single time, every single position. There's a specific verse came. Those verses, those ayat, signs, verses, that Allah, the Almighty, will say to Prophet, put those after this verse. Put those before, go back to the first page and put it there. So how like a human's brain, like through all these positions and wars, can put this here and there, like in 600 pages. It's insane. So I said this, the atheists, they still like refuse this. So we will go like more and talk about this. I'm sorry, like this will be like a small episode, because like we're going like normally next Thursday to our normal schedule, 1 p.m. on Millennium News every Thursday, 1 p.m. So this is baraa-06-05. This is our episode for today. I will see you inshallah next Thursday, as I said, 1 p.m. on New York time on Thursday. So don't forget like to follow us and follow like Millennium News, all the platforms and social media's platform, millenniumnews24.com, and all social media and Millennium News. I will see you inshallah next week. So stay there, and Eid Mubarak for all the Muslims. Thanks so much. I'll see you there.
Hello viewers, you are watching Millennium News 24. America and global villages seen America independence built by immigrants, manufacturers, roads, highways, educations, healthcare, IT, scientists, space, business development to all thousands of multimedia and all major social media platforms and news network in America. Millennium News 24, one of truthfully news networks in America and global news organizations. Please watch, follow and subscribe. We are in iOS and Android devices, Roku, Amazon, Apple devices, all smart TV, globally Horizon satellite, social media Millennium News 24, Millennium TV 24. Website www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Thank you.